Welcome back, everyone. Now that we know the election process of STP or familiar with it, we're going to go ahead, and this is the same pyramid that we did in our previous lesson. I just deleted the two switches on top. All right, so we know that this is the root bridge, but we don't want that to be the root bridge. Okay, and when we do our labs, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be tweaking all this stuff because we got a big lab towards the end of the switching portion of the course. We want this guy right here, the one that's actually being blocked. We want that particular switch to be the root bridge. Why? Because in our labs, we're going to be connected to a router. So I want that one to be the root bridge. So we need to go ahead and change the priority number to something lower than the other switches. But I want to make sure that you can't just introduce any other switch that has a lower number than mine, and then that becomes a root bridge, right? So I'm going to put it at the lowest number possible. So I'm going to go ahead, open up here. Now we only have one VLAN, which is VLAN 1, right? We do show VLAN. We only have one VLAN. If we had multiple VLANs, we can do one instance of spanning tree across all the VLANs. So we want this root bridge to be the root bridge across all the VLANs. All right. So we're going to pretend we've created some VLANs. So we're going to do this. We're going to go to global. I'm going to do spanning tree, VLAN 1. And normally I will stop there and then I will continue the syntax, priority number, blah, 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 blah. But we're going to pretend that there's more VLANs. And there will be when we create our huge lab. So across VLAN 1, comma, across VLAN 10, comma, across VLAN 20. Priority. Now I'm going to put a number, and it's going to be a wrong number, but I want you to see what comes out. I'll put number 9. Enter. And it said, hey, wait a minute. The allowed values, right? I was putting, hey, I put spanning tree, VLAN 1, comma 10, comma 20, because I want this to be the root bridge across all my VLANs. I want to have one instance of spanning tree across all my VLANs, and I was going to give it a lower priority, 9, but then he told me, hey, listen, these are the allowed values. 0, 4096, that's the incrementation. It increments by 4096. You just can't pick any number. Now, I want you to pay attention to one number. What's the default number of all switches? 32769. Do you see it in that range right there? No, you do not. What you do see is this, 32768, because it will add VLAN 1 to 32768 and it becomes 32769. So that leads you to believe that once you do create these VLAN 10 and 20, it's going to add 10 to 0. It's going to add 20 to 0. So that priority number will change per VLAN. But he will still be the lowest of the lowest. And you'll have that one instance. Okay? So let's do an up arrow. Let's take that 9 away and let's put 0. And I'm going to hit enter. And as soon as I do that, I'm going to try and minimize quickly so you can see. See, spanning tree is doing its thing. This is amber. That's amber. All right? So it's saying, okay, what do I block? What do I block? I don't know. All right? It's doing its calculation based on the lowest cost path to the root bridge, right? Which is going to be this one now, based on the criteria of the priority number or the combination of the priority number and the MAC address, which is the bridge ID. All right, as you can see, this is now the root bridge. Pick this one to block a port because it had a higher address. Remember, this used to be the root bridge right here, right? So this MAC address over here is going to be higher than this one. So it chose this one to block, and it blocked the higher port number because every port that faces the root bridge must be a root port. So let's take a look. Let's open that up. And let's exit out here. Let's do show. Oh my God, show spanning tree. It's wrong with me. show spanning tree, and you can see it put a priority number of 1 because we have one VLAN, VLAN 1. Therefore, the priority number is 1, and it tells you where, right here. You see, priority is 0, but the ID 1, which is the VLAN 1, it adds it to that priority number. So that's why you see that that is a priority of 1. If that VLAN 10 and 20 would exist, you would see 10 under VLAN 10 and 20 under VLAN 20. All right, if you do spanning tree VLAN 10, it will show you. All right, so this is the root bridge, and my ports are designated 40. And then we go down here. So now everything is based on priority numbers. Show spanning tree. All right, you can see the alternating block right there. And you can see that the root bridge priority number is 1, but the non-root bridge priority number is 32,769. So everything is based now on priority numbers. This is how you can go ahead and tweak, all right, spanning trees so you can decide who will be your root bridge. All right, and you can do it across VLANs, or you can just do it for that one VLAN. That's all you have. You don't want to do VLANs. You want to go against what I've told you, and you just want to have only one VLAN in your entire enterprise. Okay, you go ahead and it'll just be just that one. Priority will always be 1. You change it to 0, it'll always be priority of 1. All right, that's it. That's all there's to tweaking spanning tree. All right, to go ahead and make the root bridge who you want to be the root bridge. But again, you need to know what you're looking at. You need to know what you're looking at. And always remember, it's so important, remember the roles, all of those ports. Every port facing the root bridge are root ports. The root bridge will always have designated forwarding. The switch with the highest MAC address, the highest port number, will be the one that's blocked. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind, because this is how they're going to test you for spanning tree. Lowest priority numbers, the port roles and status. All right, and what else? Role, port status. That's pretty much basically it. Just know the roles, know the status of the ports, and know how to tweak spanning tree and the election process. If you know that, you should have no issues. But believe me, you're going to get plenty of practice when we do our final lab on the switching portion of the course. All right, that is how you tweak spanning tree. Very, very easy. All you got to do, spanning tree, VLAN, whatever VLANs you're using 1, just put 1, priority, and just make it to 0. That will always be the root bridge. See you in the next one.